Are you searching for a new office chair with a headrest, but you're having a tough time finding actual examples of people using the chair? Stick around. In this video, I'm going to show you 12 different office chairs and what it will be like to use them with the headrest. Shopping for office chairs? BTOD TV is your #1 resource for everything office chairs. Subscribe today so you don't miss out on any of our future content. Hey guys, it's Ryan with BTOD TV. Headrests have become one of the most popular options that you can add to your ergonomic office chair, and we do get a ton of questions from our customers on which chairs that we would recommend that feature headrests. Now the problem is that there's a lot of different headrest designs, functions, and how they use while you're working at your office desk, so it's hard to just recommend one outright. I figured it would be helpful just to upload a video to show you all of the chairs that we currently have in our office that have headrests. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each chair, show you the headrest, what it does, and what it looks like when you are actually using it while you're working. If you'd like some more information on the different types of headrests that are available, the different functions, and different things that you should consider when shopping for a headrest, then I would highly recommend checking out the video link up here in the description, and it will cover everything that you're looking for with that respect. Let's get into the list. The first chair that we're going to take a look at is going to be the Staples HYKKEN. This is going to be a basic mesh task chair that currently sells on their website for $236.99. Now, this is going to be a lower priced product, so it's going to have a lower end build quality, so we can't have the highest expectations in terms of overall quality of the product. That will be my biggest concern with this product because we do see a couple things on the chair. This is a brand new chair that's never been used. You can see some discoloration here on the mesh. I'm not sure if that's staining or just the outer layer being removed. And then we've also got some mesh fraying on the side here, and because the headrest is made of the same material as that is one of my concerns. But I do feel that in terms of functionality and comfort, you are getting a pretty decent headrest for a chair at this price point. We'll take a quick look at the functionality of it. It does come with two-way adjustment, so you can adjust the tilt, and then you can also adjust the height. It's a little bit more difficult here. Let's see if I can, there we go. So you can see it's not going to be quite as smooth as some of the other chairs that we'll feature later on in the list, but it does still function nicely. I'll sit down on the chair so that you can get a visual of how it works in a full recline. When you're fully upright, you can use the headrest. It will support your head and neck, and it will also support you all the way back and through the entire recline. So that is going to be another nice feature about this headrest that we won't see on all of the chairs in this list. The next chair that we're going to look at is going to be the Vera chair by EUROTECH Seating. This chair currently sells for $431 on our website with the headrest edition. The major downsides with this headrest: first, it's not going to be adjustable. It doesn't have height or tilt adjustment. And the second downside is going to be the color on the plastic frame. It's always going to be gray, so it's not necessarily going to match the entire chair. This is one of the reasons we didn't have it available on our site for quite a while. We've gotten a ton of requests for the headrest, so we have added it, but I want you to be aware that it does not match, so if you want a fully matching chair, then this isn't going to be the right headrest for you. Sit down in the chair here so I can show you how it works. When you're fully upright and tasking, the headrest isn't necessarily going to come into play because it doesn't make contact with your head or neck. But as you start to recline, you can start to get into a position to use it. So when you're about the quarter recline, if you like to work in this position, it can be useful. And it's also useful reclining all the way back if you want to relax, watch a video, take a call. So it can be useful for different applications, but there are a few things to be wary of with the headrest on the Vera chair. The next chair we're taking a look at is going to be the BTOD Acure chair, which currently sells on our website for $488.99 when you add the headrest. There's going to be two different headrest options. The first is going to be the all mesh design here, and the second one is going to be a padded vinyl option. So the one major downside with the headrest on this chair that I have found is going to be the height adjustment. This system is height and tilt adjustable. I'll show you both adjustments here quick. The tilt, nice range there. And the height adjustment also has a nice range. But as you can see, it's a little bit difficult to do. It does take quite a bit of muscle to get it to move up and down. So that is going to be the one major downside with this headrest. But it does function nicely and it is comfortable. And another thing that I do like about this headrest is that it does support you while you're sitting upright and tasking and through your entire recline. So no matter what position that you're in, you can utilize the headrest in the curve of your neck to keep you supported while you're working or relaxing or performing a number of different tasks with this chair. Here we have the Viper chair by Velo Furniture. This currently sells for $527.45 when you add the headrest. Now, this is going to be one of the nicer headrests that I've tested in this price range. It functions very smoothly. It gives you tilt and height adjustment, so I'll show you those adjustments here quick. You have a nice big range for the height, and it's very easy to adjust. And then you also have a huge tilt range. So this is going to be a headrest that's going to accommodate a large range of people. When I sit down in the chair, you'll be able to see that when I am fully upright and tasking, let me get it adjusted to me, it will support me fully upright when I'm working in this position. The one potential downside with this chair is that the farther that you recline, the more it starts to push your head forward and not necessarily in a comfortable position. So I think it's best suited probably from about a halfway recline forward, and then further reclining may not be as comfortable for some people. The next chair we're going to look at is going to be the ERGOHUMAN chair by EUROTECH Seating, currently selling for $699 when you go with the all mesh with the headrest version, which is the ME7 ERG. Now, this is one of the original chairs that had a headrest that really took off in popularity. It has full adjustment. I'll show you here. Good height adjustment range, and then it has a full tilt adjustment range, so it will accommodate a wide range of people. Sit down in the chair here to show you what it looks like while you're working in the chair. Get it adjusted to my height here. So you can see that when I am fully upright and tasking here, it does support my head and neck. And as I recline, it does stay somewhat in position. It supports me, but what you just saw there with it clicking down is going to be one of the downsides that you can experience with this chair. Sometimes it can be a bit loose, and so it can tilt a little bit too easy sometimes. So that is going to be one of the things that you're going to want to keep in mind with the ERGOHUMAN headrest. The next chair featured on our list is going to be the IC2 by Nightingale, which currently sells for $808.99 on btod.com with the headrest configuration that we have here. So this chair does have two-way adjustment, height adjustment, and tilt adjustment. One of the biggest differences between this headrest and the previous headrest that we've seen is that this one's going to be padded. It's got a nice soft padding with either a vinyl or a leather upholstery over the top of it. So in terms of just pure comfort, it's going to be much more comfortable than the previous headrest that we've seen. It is going to function quite a bit differently though. The IC2 headrest and the chair itself, to be honest, are not great options for those of you that want to task fully upright, simply because the chair does not go fully upright. So if I want to task like this, then my back is not touching the backrest, and so that's going to affect the headrest. You can see that you have to get to about a halfway position before you start to feel the headrest. And so once I'm in this position, then it is very comfortable to lean back and relax, and you can actually take the chair all the way to the back here, which can be very comfortable to relax, maybe even take a quick nap and help you recharge. So overall, the IC2 is going to be a very good chair for those of you that are in more relaxed working environments, executive applications, conference room settings, but upright tasking is not going to be the best option for this headrest. The next chair on our list is going to be the Freedom Chair with Headrest by HUMANSCALE. Now this is going to be a higher end chair on our list, but one of the drawbacks is that it does not have tilt adjustment on the headrest. Instead, it just features a nice curve that's kind of designed to fit most people that will be using the chair. It does have height adjustment though, which helps to accommodate that 5th to 95th percentile. So most of you that want to use a headrest should be able to fit in this chair. Now, the Freedom is going to be much different than any chair with a headrest that I've used. It does feature a padded design, so the headrest itself is comfortable when you're in contact with it, but it's designed to really be used in tasking applications for those of you that like to recline and still be able to task. So most backrests are designed, most headrests and backrests are designed to move in tandem, so they'll go like this and the headrest will stay. The Freedom's headrest is meant to stay in place while the backrest moves. So you can see my head stays still as I move my back, and it does that so that I can continue to type and keep my eyes focused on my screen and task from any position that I want to. And now one thing that I do want to say is that when I get all the way back like this, it may look like it's a bit uncomfortable, but it's actually a pretty comfortable position. It does keep me supported, and it does allow me to task without lifting my head like this, and it isn't forcing me down like some headrests would in that position. So this is not going to be the best design for those of you that want something that you can relax in for some periods, but it is a great design for those of you that are looking for a really high-end ergonomic chair that you like to task in a lot. The next chair on our list is going to be the CXO by Nightingale. This is going to be a high-end ergonomic chair with a ton of adjustments. The one downside with the headrest on this chair is that it's not going to be the greatest option for those of you that want a headrest while you're working fully upright. It does have two-way adjustment. I'll show you those here. Height adjustment and tilt. So it will be adjustable to accommodate most of the people that are looking to use a chair with a headrest. But I'll demonstrate it here just to kind of show you what I mean in terms of using it fully upright. This is actually the chair that I use the most. I have one at my house, one in my office here, so I have a ton of experience with this chair. And when you're working fully upright like I am a lot of the time, the headrest just isn't going to come into play because it doesn't make contact with your head or neck. What it is good for is when you get about halfway back to all the way back, if you just want to relax and maybe have a meeting, watch a video, take a phone call, this is going to be a very comfortable headrest because it's very soft to the touch, has nice high density foam padding, and it's adjustable enough to accommodate comfortable positions. But if you do want a headrest that supports you while you're upright tasking, then this isn't going to be the best option for you. Up next is going to be the STEELCASE Leap Chair with the Headrest Edition, currently being sold on STEELCASE.com for $1,195. Now, the Leap Chair is very highly touted on our website through reviews, lists, all of that type of thing, mainly because of its adjustability and overall comfort. Now, the one biggest downside with the headrest on the Leap Chair is that you're not going to get the same adjustability on the headrest as you do with the rest of the chair. The headrest has no adjustability. It's going to be very similar to the Vera chair. It's just going to be set in place, a fixed design, which is going to be a problem depending on your height. So I'll sit down in the chair just to kind of demonstrate what I mean here. When I sit down to use the chair and I put my head back, immediately you can see the top of the headrest is making contact with the under portion here of the back of my head. It's basically the curve of the back of my head is lined up perfectly to hit the top of this headrest, which makes it quite uncomfortable. And unfortunately, I can't really avoid the headrest. It's always there, and so there's no way for me to get away from it other than just removing it. And it's very difficult to remove the headrest from this chair, so you're kind of stuck with it after you get it. Now, I will say that this isn't going to be a problem for everyone. Robert, who's behind the camera right now, he's about 6'3". He actually likes this headrest because it does fit him properly, and so it does support him when needed. So this isn't going to be the situation for everyone. I'll show you a full recline in the chair so that you can see what it's like to see the full range of motion. Overall, not the best designed headrest for such a high quality chair, so I'd be wary of getting the Headrest Edition with your Leap chair. The next chair that we're going to look at is the COSM by Herman Miller, and specifically the high back model because that's when you get the headrest built into the chair. And this is actually going to be the first chair on our list that does feature a built-in headrest. And that's going to be one of the downsides right out of the chute because you're not going to get any adjustment, no height adjustment, no tilt adjustment. So you might have a little bit more difficult time fitting a wide range of people on a built-in model. But I will say that Herman Miller did a really nice job of creating a nice curve and making it accommodate a wide range of body shapes and different heights. So I'll just kind of show you how the chair functions. But you can see when you're fully upright, you're not going to be using the headrest. If you try to use the headrest, you're going to be looking up at the ceiling, so it's just not practical unless you lean back to about this position here, and then you're still not really able to task because your vision is still pointed upwards. So really the use for the headrest on the COSM chair is going to be for meetings, if you're going to be reclined back and relaxing, or maybe just in your office watching a video, taking a phone call. More relaxed atmospheres, you're definitely not going to want to go with this model if you're looking for a chair with a headrest that you're going to be used for heavy tasking. But I will say that this is going to be one of the best chairs if you're looking for a high design, comfortable chair for those more relaxed atmospheres. The next chair on our list is going to be the 3142R by Concept Seating. This is a chair that currently sells on btod.com for $1,050. $500. This is a specialty seating type of product. It's meant for 24/7 applications, dispatch centers, call centers. One thing that you will notice right away is it is the second chair on our list with a built-in headrest design, but it is gonna function much differently than the COSM that we just looked at. Like I said, the COSM is meant more for relaxed working environments, where this is going to be meant for intense tasking applications. So the headrest is pitched a little bit forward, and it's designed that way to kind of act as though the Freedom does, where it kind of keeps your eyes at a level field so that when you recline at any position, you can maintain your tasking posture and work efficiently. Now, the one downside with this is going to be the complete lack of adjustment. You're not going to be able to adjust the height or the tilt, which can be a problem if you're not the perfect height for this chair. If you don't feel comfortable, then it's not going to be a great fit for you. Another potential drawback with this design is that since it's built in and pitches you forward a little bit, you kind of get locked into this position, so you're not going to be able to move your head around a ton. So it is going to be very supportive and great for tasking, but may not be the best for those of you that need something that can also double as a relaxing chair. Rounding out our list of office chairs with headrests is going to be the 3150HR by Concept Seating. This chair currently sells for $1,571.43 on btod.com. This is going to be another 24/7 dispatch center, call center, high-end specialty seating type of product. So it is going to be very adjustable, and it does have a nice adjustable headrest. You're going to get ratchet height adjustment with a good range. And then it also has a tilt ability here. And one unique thing about the tilt on this headrest is that you can tilt the headrest completely back and out of the way if you do not want to use the headrest, or you have some people that use the chair that prefer not to use the headrest. Another great thing about the headrest on this chair and about Concept Seating chairs in general is that you can buy covers for the seat, the back, and the headrest. So if you have multiple people using the same chair, or if you want your own specific cover, especially during COVID times, you can buy a cover and it can easily be added or removed to the headrest for each shift that it's being used. Now, we'll sit down and I'll show you the functionality of the headrest. This is going to be a headrest that you're able to use when you are fully upright and tasking. Got to get the height right. But you can see that when I'm fully upright, the headrest does make contact with the curve of my neck, and so it is supportive, and then it is also supportive through the entire recline too. So this overall is going to be probably one of the most well-designed headrests out of all the chairs that we've seen. It has a nice leather or vinyl upholstery, so it's soft, and it's very well padded, probably the softest headrest out of all of the ones that we've gone over here today. So this is a very high price point, and it is a specialty chair, but you are going to get one of the best headrests on the market. And that's going to conclude the list of office chairs that we have that feature headrests. If you'd like any more information on any of the chairs featured in this list, make sure to check out the links in the description. We should have reviews on most of the chairs featured here, and if not, they should be coming soon. If you've made it this far in the video, I would really appreciate you smashing that like button. Make sure to subscribe and ding that bell so that you get notified when we upload our next office chair video. Thanks a lot for watching. You know what I miss is those old cereal commercials. There used to be so many good ones. You notice that? There's no more Tony the Tiger. Man, I love that guy. They're great! Yeah?